Good morning, student. Today I am here to explain you English language of class 5th, simple future tense. So what is simple future tense? The simple future is a verb tense that's used to talk about things that happened yet. Use the simple future to talk about an action or condition that will begin and end in the future. The reference definition is given in your book also. The simple future tense refers to a time later than now and expresses facts or uncertainty. Means uh, which you don't know what is going to be happen next. That is the uncertainty. Okay. Now the simple future tense is used when an action is promised or thought to occur in the future. I'll give you one example. We shall move to another city. So you are planning, you are expressing the fact, or you are talking what you're going to do in the future, that you shall move to another city. He will come to New York tomorrow. Okay, so we are talking about tomorrow. The one thing you note that we use words like tomorrow, next week, next month to show future actions. Over here, you will see that he will come to New York tomorrow. So again, we show the future action over here. Okay, the simple future tense refers to a time later than now and expresses fact or certainty. So we're going to see the uses of the simple future tense to express an action that will take place in the future. So whatever the action is being taken in the future, going on in the future, we're going to express the action uh, which will take place. So in the example over here, I shall return your dictionary tomorrow. So the action is being expressed later on in the future. So I shall return. This is a simple future tense form of a verb. We use shall and will in future tense. Okay, this is the helping verb we use for simple future tense. Now they will come again next month. They will come again next month. So again, will is your helping verb, come is your verb, and this is the simple future tense form of a verb. Now second is to talk about unplanned actions. For example, I will help you with your homework. So this is the unplanned action. Whenever you have your homework, I'm going to help you out. Then it's raining, I will come, I will close the window. So it is also an unplanned action. Whenever the rain comes, I will close the window. So over here, will and is your helping verb, help and close is your verb, main verb. Now third, to make prediction. Over here, to make prediction means you thought something for the future, or you predict something which is uncertain. So over here, for example, it will rain tomorrow means you predict. Okay, you assume that tomorrow will be the rain. So over here, will is your helping verb and rain is your main verb. Then the second example, the streak will be difficult for you. Over here, the will be is your the simple future tense form of a verb. Okay, so let us study the uses of will. Over here we use will plus verb. The will is your helping verb plus we use the main verb to talk about action that are not planned, which are the speaker decides to do the action at the time of speaking. For example, over here we will go to Iqbal's party tomorrow. Okay, so this is not planned, and will go. The speaker will decide to go to the Iqbal's party tomorrow when the action at the time of speaking. Okay, if you sit down to study, I will help you complete your homework. Okay, over here. Now the second, we use will plus verb to predict a future event. For example, um, when you have some events, you already going to plan them how to do. So over here, for example, it will rain tomorrow. The ice cream will melt if you don't eat it quickly. Okay. Third one, we use will plus verb to talk about promises or commands. For example, you will not move from your seat. I will take you to the fair tomorrow. So over here, the promises is going on that you will not move from your seat. This is the command, and the will and not to move is your uh, simple future tense form of a verb. Then it will take, I will take you to the fair tomorrow. So this is the promise. Okay, now student, we will going to see the structure how we will use will as a helping verb with the main verb. Okay, so for declarative sentence, first we write down the subject, then the helping verb, and after that the main verb. With I we will use will and the main verb, then you, he, she, it, and the name of a person, Molly, we, you. Okay, with plural subject they, Molly and Sarah, we will use will as a helping verb, after that the main verb. Now come to the negative sentence, and whenever we use the negative sentence we use not. So over here, uh, first we write down the subject, then the helping verb, and with the helping verb we add not over there, and after that the main verb. With I, singular subject, we use will not and then the main verb. You, with the plural subject, we use helping verb will not, then the main verb. He, she, it, Molly, we use the helping verb will not plus the main verb. Then with singular plural subject, we, you, they, Molly and Sarah, we use the helping verb plus not and the main verb. And I is the singular subject. With singular subject we use helping verb plus not and the main verb. Now if we come to the interrogative sentence, yes or no questions, when we write down the yes or no questions, we always write the helping verb first, then the subject, and after that the main verb. We will start with the helping verb will. Okay, then after that the subject I, then the main verb, then again the helping verb, and we will write the subject you and the main verb. With the helping verb he, she, it, Molly as a subject, we write down the main verb. Okay, with helping verb will, we write down the subject, after that we main verb. Okay, like that. With the helping verb will, we use the subject you and the main verb. With the helping verb will, again we use the plural subject they, Molly and Sarah with the main verb. For information question, like when we frame the questions sentence, like with when, why, how, what, who, and where, we always write the helping verb after that, then the subject and the main verb. Now we come to the uses of be going to express a future event that has already been planned. uh, the event which is already planned for the future, we there's two examples, like I am going to prepare for the exam. So you already planned that I'm going to prepare for my exam. Next is they are going to visit us again next week. So you know that This is already be planned for the future, that they are going to visit again in the future. Now am and are is your helping verb, and the main verb is going to. Now the second, to make prediction, when you are assuming something or you predict something which will happen in the future, then there is the examples over here given to you. Rita is going to win the quiz. So is your helping verb and going to is your main verb, and this over here Rita are predicting that, or assuming that Rita is going to win the quiz, or you are predicting that, or you are assuming that Rita is going to win the quiz. The children are going to hurt themselves. Though again, you are assuming or predicting that they are going to hurt themselves. You thought that they are going to do this thing in the future, or uh, in the future event. Okay, we use be going to plus verb to talk about actions that are planned and will definitely happen. So which are there are two examples. Savitri is going to start college next week. So this is the planned planned action which is going to be happen in the future, and it will definitely be happen, that Savitri is going to take an admission, or Savitri is going to start college next June. And is your main helping verb, and going to is your main verb. Now Dhyani is going to start to work next week. So this is again the action is being planned, that from next week started, and this she started going to work. Okay, so is your helping verb, and going to is your main verb in the sentence. Now students, let's see the structure, how we will going to use am going to or are going to in the simple future tense. Now for the declarative sentence, first we write down the subject and the be plus going to and the main verb. I, over here the subject is I, so the am is your helping verb. Going to, we add going to and the main verb. I am going to. Then with you as a subject, we write down are, because they are plural subject. So with the plural subject, we write down plural verb are going to, then the main verb. He, she, it, Molly. They are the singular subject. With the singular subject we use singular verb. So is your helping verb. Going to, with is going to, we add the main verb. With we, you, they, Molly and Sarah, again they are the plural subject. We use the plural verb, and over here is the helping verb is are. So this is also a plural verb, helping verb. Now with the helping verb are going to, we use the main verb after that. Now for the negative sentence, I, we use am, and after am we use not going to, and then the main verb. Now with you, again we use are not going to, and the main verb. He, she, it, Molly, we use is not going to, and after that the main verb. With the again we over here plural subject, you, we, you, they, Molly and Sarah. Then we use the helping verb, plural helping verb are, and after that are we use not, and not going to, then after that the main verb. Now for the interrogative sentence, again yes and no question, we write down the helping verb first. Am, are, is, are, they are all the helping verb, and after the helping verb we use the subject I, you, he, she, it, Molly, we, you, they, Molly and Sarah, and after that going to, we add going to and plus the main verb. For information questions, always these information questions are started with the words when, why, how, what, who and where. With these words we write up, with these words we write down the helping verbs. After that am, are, is, are. Okay, and after that the subject I, you, he, she, it, Molly, we, you, they, Molly and Sarah. And with the subject we write down going to, and after that the main verb. Like that we're going to write down these sentences with going to. Okay, so student, I hope all of you understand the lesson. Thank you. Stay safe and keep learning.